And may we personally enjoy that kind of love story.
All right, so Kizz Daniel has been in the news, and I don't quite understand what the buzz is, because this recent arrest that was, he was recently arrested in Tanzania for not performing at a paid event, and this backlash, this same thing of not performing in an event, is not the first time in recent times. Like a month ago, he also was scheduled to have an event somewhere and he did not turn up. So he tried it again, or for whatever reasons, the same thing turned out again in Tanzania. But at this time, the Tanzanian people did not find it funny. He was actually arrested, and then the as much as the Nigerians in diaspora organization had to step in, and then he was finally released and brought back to the country. And of course, he gave an explanation. His managers gave an explanation as to why that happened.
Well, is there any explanation good enough for you to keep thousands of fans who left their homes, left their work, and then paid just to come support you? I mean, I think sometimes celebrities get to forget that they wouldn't be celebrities if the fans were not there in place for them. They tend to forget that whatever popularity, whatever sensation, media space you're getting, whatever attention you're getting, is basically because there are persons who fancy what you're doing. And the moment you do things to a point where those people get angry, the same people who cheered you on to stardom can be the same group of persons who will cheer you back to your grassroots, back to sender.
Like, it's just you back to your grassroots.
Exactly. So it's very important that, I don't know, maybe I think it's something that has to do with fame. A lot of persons would say, when people have embraced some level of wealth, they've embraced some level of popularity, it's some way
they seem to forget the things that matter.
It messes with their mindset, it messes with their thinking, it messes with the way they react to the average person. And that significantly has changed a lot of things. I recall having a conversation with somebody. I said, there are some persons within the Nigerian society that no matter how many times they get nominated for, they cannot on their own win a single award or Grammys. That some particular levels of award they will not be able to win, because over time, all their music has spoken about has always been on frivolities and issues that are not really deep. And when it comes to issues that need people who have these social media influencer tags on them, that they should use that platform to speak authoritatively about societal issues, you don't get to see them do that. And so it's just like you get into the pageant world. Some pageant brands will not accept you as a model to even contest for the pageants if you have not had some background of activity, some background of projects, some background of passion and commitment, some background of voluntary services to some organizations that has to do with something that they are passionate about. So if we as celebrities get to know that, I mean, the interest people have in us can also wear down, and then make it a deliberate attempt to treat people right regardless of where we are, I think it will go a long way to save us a lot of embarrassment. I would not be shocked if the promised show that Kizz Daniel has promised doesn't turn out the way people have come out. One. Yes, the format. And I wouldn't be surprised if going forward shows in Tanzania or people literally or naturally just have this laid back, kind of mindset towards shows that has to do with him.
I think it's something that he and his management actually need to address, because it's not the first time. I think consecutively in the past few months, it's happened like 2 or 3 times. So when your brand begins to be marked with those kinds of irregularities, no matter how nice your content is, it might actually affect you. So we do hope that Kizz Daniel calls himself to order, his management actually does call him to order, and he can do better. Of course, he apologized for the grief he had caused, because property were actually destroyed at the event center, and he and the startup group, they've decided to host a free event to make up for that one. We hope that he does better. So but we should take one last story. Of course, this thing, we talked about it last week, and I remember that Francis was telling me that, are you sure that Kanye West, aka Ye, will not be celebrating Kim Kardashian's breakup with her recent bill. Oh ho! At the end of the day, it turned out to be real. He got it. I'm not supposed to blame something, but look at it. So at the end of the day, Kanye West actually did come out to celebrate that he was happy. He was excited to see that Kim Kardashian's relationship with her 28-year-old Bill had fallen apart.
The brother had to celebrate. I mean, the brother had to celebrate going by what he went through, what he suffered, all the trauma.
All the backlash and the dragging. And
Brother just had to celebrate. He just had to celebrate. But then, another twist to the story is that the kid